Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Burger, our podcast produced by the New Mexico Beef Council. I'm Caroline Romo, and I'm here with Joel Van Dam. Joel, will you introduce yourself and maybe your background and then kind of what you do now?
Yep, I'm Joel Van Dam, a third-generation dairy farmer, originally from California, but relocated to New Mexico in 2002. Dad, brothers, whole family, milk cows.
And you have Route 77 Dairy, is that you?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm Route 77. We're milking about 4,200 cows there. We keep all our young stock, calves, beef on dairy calves. Pretty well everything stays at the farm.
Okay. Where does that name come from?
So the highway is 77.
It is, okay.
It's located on. So.
Okay, perfect. All right, I figured that much.
We were kind of out of name, so figured that was easy enough.
That's a great name. And then now you bought a ranch too, right?
Correct.
So you guys are dairymen turned ranchers.
In a roundabout way, I do not own a cowboy hat yet, and I'd probably be punished if I did buy one.
Well, I think that's great, and I think obviously as a dairy producer, your operation plays a large role in the beef industry in so many ways. But specifically, you talked about beef on dairy calves and that kind of thing. Will you kind of tell us a little bit more about that, how that's evolved in your operation? And
it's been a game for quite a while, just trying to figure out the right genetics that we need in these animals to mimic like the perfect Angus cow or your proper beef cow, if you would. So we've gone limb flesh, we've gone limo, we've done a lot of different things. Right now we're all TD beef, which is Angus.
Okay.
And guys are really, really thrilled with them.
Yeah. And what that means too, right, for listeners, we explained it in some of the podcasts, but in case you haven't listened to another one, so dairy calves, so a dairy cow has to have a calf to start producing milk, and that calf was often, so if it's a heifer, you keep them or, have a plan for them, might go back into the milk supply or milk production. But if it was a steer or a bull, it maybe didn't have much of a destination, or had some destinations, but less, right? Or fewer.
It had fewer opportunities to be able to market them. Look, the marketability of a Holstein steer was rapidly going away. So our thought on doing the beef on dairy was our facilities are full. We have our heifer numbers. What is something else we can do to financially benefit from something? And definitely turned into something that is working out really well, not only for us, but for beef guys themselves with the amount of cattle that are not available if you're going to go to your sale barn. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's been maybe, I think it was really new maybe 10 years ago or maybe less, but now it's normal. Almost all dairies are doing it,
it's
right?
Pretty well a standard practice. I don't want to say we were some of the first, but I've been working on it for about 8 years or so now.
Yeah.
And we kind of really got it dialed into what we want, what the buyer wants, and consistency being king.
Yeah, and are you guys, now that you're also on the ranching side, are you guys going to raise some of those calves too on your ranch? Or?
Yeah, that is the plan. We run, I think there's 280 head up there. We got 250 calves that just dropped, so we have room for another 200, 300. So we're gonna definitely try some of their out there and see how they do. They've been proven in the feed yard, they've been proven at the dairy, but I haven't seen anything with them coming off of an actual pasture ranch.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, and what a neat opportunity to be able to test it out and see how it evolves, right, mm-hmm. and how it has evolved.
That's one of the things I like, being able to try something different. If it works, cool. If not, let's try something else. Figure out how to make it work.
Oh yeah, and that's I think a good way to be as a human, and probably a really good way to be as a producer, is you got to fail forward. You got to try things and be okay with failure and start again.
Fail forward. That is a very good term.
Yeah, well, I say it a lot. I don't know if that says something about the way I work, but I'm always trying to fail forward. We're gonna make mistakes and just learn.
It's a learning process. It's a growing process. I mean, we're especially on the ranch side. I mean, we've never done it before, but we have a lot of friends that know how to do it. And I've been told I'm doing stuff wrong before, and this is one of them.
There you go. Not afraid to hear that and change and adapt and learn. Yeah. Well, what do you think is the most rewarding part of being an ag producer?
There's a lot of them. How you would define exactly one is kind of, being able to wake up and go check your cattle, whether it's at the ranch or it's at the dairy or the feed yard. Just being able to go, you know what, these are going to feed the world. That's awesome.
That's pretty neat. And obviously we appreciate what you're doing to feed the world because, when I go to the grocery store, it wouldn't happen. There wouldn't be an abundant and safe food supply in America without people like you. So,
And it's still running short.
yeah, gosh.
It's still running short.
Yeah. And what do you think, can you talk about the care for the livestock? What do you do to make sure and care for the health and well-being of your livestock?
Being there daily. I mean, clearly I'm not right now because we're in Ruidoso, but having good staff, good management practices, technology is helping out a lot. We're using the new cow manager tag from Select Sires, gives us body temperatures, rumination activities, it's lifetime.
Yeah, so each animal has an ear tag that tells you everything about them.
Correct.
Yeah, and when you say rumination, that's their digestive system.
How much food they eat, how much water they drink, how much time they're spending laying down, how much time they're up walking around. If I see them getting long, are my guys taking them to the milk barn too early, or are they sitting over there instead of, on my time? It's just another tool that helps me be able to manage my guys to be more efficient.
Yeah, and to take care of the animal. I mean, gosh, I don't know the last time I took my own temperature. And
Probably been a while.
Yeah, and nobody's paying attention to my nutrition.
Yeah.
Much to Kate's dismay, our dietitian. Yeah, but
I can pull it up lifetime on my phone, and it shows me all the alerts of cows that, might be off of food. Are they coming into heat? Do we need to get them bred? Did one slip and fall? Is she down somewhere? Do I have a lame cow somewhere? It's just a really neat tool. It's been in the works for a while. And it's definitely probably the coolest tool I have right now.
Oh, absolutely. And I think it's just a cool thing for a consumer to know that you're going and buying milk off, or we are going and buying milk off the shelf, and to get that milk there, a dairy farmer knew everything about the animal that produced it and cared to the utmost level of care. And
we don't have a steady supply of vets around. We don't have a vet on farm every single day. We have them once a week because we don't have enough.
Yeah.
So this is a tool that helps us go, hey, Mike, go check out this cow. Go check out that cow. And it's pretty neat.
Yeah, that is really neat. We do, that could be a plug to our listeners. We do need more large animal veterinarians in New Mexico and across the nation.
Nationwide.
Yes.
So it was really cool. We had that dairy consortium group out, and I don't know if you've talked about that on the podcast yet or not, but about half the kids that were there, when I say kids, are 18 to 21.
Right.
About half of them were interested in being large animal vets.
Yeah,
which is really neat.
Oh, we need them so much. There's a shortage, and so we haven't talked about the Dairy Consortium, but it's the U.S. Dairy and Education Consortium, I think is maybe the full name if you Google it. If you look it up, I think it's like USDA ETC, but they are a college course in the summer, a 6-week program. Students from all over the nation come to Clovis, New Mexico. They stay in Clovis for 6 weeks. They put them up in a hotel. The cost is like $100 to the student.
Yeah.
Except maybe your tuition if it counts for your credits somehow. I'm not sure how that all works out.
And through Dairy Producing New Mexico, we help subsidize some of that cost also.
Yeah, and it's almost free to the students, and it's this incredible program, and they're on a dairy farm like every day.
6 days a week at least.
Yeah, and so getting that hands-on experience. So if you're a young person and you have to apply, and I don't think everyone gets in.
No.
It's the cream of the crop. I went and spoke to the group recently, and I had a line of people asking me questions. They had to run me out of the room because they had to get back to the curriculum because...
This group was so great. They were so inquisitive about... And a lot of them have a production history already, whether it was beef side, which I was really surprised, and then a handful that already had dairy experience.
Yep.
But just them being able to get out and really see how different operations run and get to meet somebody like me,
Yep, meet a farmer.
You're not meeting grandpa that's 70 years old because he didn't have anybody to take care of his farm for you. You get the old 37-year-old Joel, and they're like, "Wait, you do this for a living?" Yeah, I've been doing it since I was 18.
Oh, and what a cool inspiration for young people, too, that if they want to go into the industry, they can.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You can be a beginning farmer. And, yeah, the Dairy Consortium is a great place to start. I know that's a great program that a lot of agriculture groups support. We support as a New Mexico Beef Council, all of that. So, well, speaking kind of those kind of, mentioning those ag groups, and then you mentioned we're in Ruidoso. So we're at the Dairy Producers of New Mexico annual meeting. There's a board meeting yesterday, producer meeting today. Can you talk about your role with the Dairy Producer Organization? And then I guess that kind of maybe leads into you're also a board member for New Mexico Beef Council.
Yeah, I got both sides. So
Yeah.
really, the dairy producer side is really more litigation, politics, stuff that Beef Council cannot do.
Right.
We're allowed to get out there and lobby and really work both sides of the aisle for not only beef guys but the dairy guys. And like one of the cool things we got in the docket right now is the healthy milk for kids. So getting like whole milk back in schools instead of 1% or zero fat milk. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, and that's an important work that dairy producers do. And then you're a volunteer for their board, and you're a volunteer for the New Mexico Beef Council board. So
Right.
you're keep getting voluntold or something.
Voluntold is a very good way to put it, but I'm happy to help.
Oh yeah, and we're glad
There's
glad to have you.
the amount of people that are willing to sacrifice their time away from their kids, their families, or everything else, or guys just go, I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
Just have no interest.
it's hard to get volunteers in any situation, and then to put yourself out there in these situations is good. So we thank you for your service to the industry on both sides, because we need volunteers like you, and I'm very grateful for all of our board members.
Being able to come up here and spend a week in the mountains doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, it's not so bad.
It's still better than Albuquerque.
Yeah, yeah, we make him come to Albuquerque for our board meetings often. Well, okay, so kind of back to the cattle. What's one thing maybe people don't know about raising cattle, whether dairy or beef? I know we kind of already talked about some things that maybe people wouldn't know, but anything else that you think is surprising, maybe something surprising that the consortium kids thought of, or?
Not off the top of my head, really. I think the fallacy that people think that every animal has hormones in it, or every gallon of milk has antibiotics in it, or it's, something bad in there is unbelievable. The amount of people that still, like, producers won't go buy milk from a grocery store because they think there's something wrong with it.
Yeah, I think that's an important thing to address. And what I would say about that, from my understanding, is all milk is tested. All milk is to a very high degree of regulation, even.
It's the highest regulated market
Yes.
in the world.
And they're testing to make sure there's not hormones in the milk. They're testing to make sure there's not antibiotics in the milk.
Correct. So every load, before they even put it in the truck, gets a test.
Yeah, and if it fails the test, it's gone. That milk will not go into the food system.
It goes in the lagoon and it gets sprayed on a field.
Yep. Yeah. So the water is reused in the liquid is reused as kind of a water or a
Correct.
fertilizer, so that we're still being resourceful and sustainable, but that milk will not go into the food system.
No, after
Absolutely not.
15 years, I've had one tank ever.
Oh,
That's been it.
yeah. Well, that's good.
And
That's
it
good
went
news.
down the drain. I had to pay for it.
Yeah, that's bad news. But 1 in 15 years is good news. But yeah, and I think that's important for people to know that it's very tested, it's very regulated. Our food system is safe. We want you to feel very comfortable buying milk at the grocery store. The cheapest milk, whatever milk you feel you want to buy, that you can feel confident that it's safe because it has been tested, it has been careful. And then even if we talk about antibiotics too, I always think it's an important conversation to talk about withdrawal dates and conversations with that. Every medicine that's approved for livestock or cattle or food animals has withdrawal dates, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you can give an animal this, and you cannot use that animal for food production, whether beef or dairy, until that medicine is out of their system.
So even our hospital cows, the mastitis cows, they're in a separate pen. They get milked at a separate time. They go in a separate tank, and that gets handled all by itself, and everything's sanitized every time we process those cows through the barn to make sure that everything's nice and clean.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's another great thing too about dairies is the sanitization. Sanitization. Yeah, that word sounded weird. Is that a word? That is a word.
I guess it is now.
Maybe. Oh, I don't know if it is a word. Yeah.
But,
anyways,
I mean,
sanitizing.
You got to come and see kind of what when
Yeah.
you were out last time, and the look on your face, and who else was with you?
Kate Schultz, our dietitian.
She's like, this is what the inside of a milk barn looks like. It's cleaner than most people's houses.
Yes.
And we have to be that way.
Yeah, right, because there are regulations in there, and you care about the product that you're putting in people's homes. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I think that's a great answer to that question. How would you describe New Mexico's landscapes, and then maybe even land and resource management playing into what you do?
Well, like everybody said, 6 inches of top dirt and a little bit of rain makes it go a long ways. We would not survive without it.
Yeah, we need rain.
Yeah, that's usually.
You have to, need rain, and then even where your dairy is in a unique spot where there's a lot of dairies because it's good climate for cattle.
I won't say the best. I mean, California is still better. Wisconsin claims that they think they're still better, but New Mexico still sits number one. Cow numbers per herd.
Right, the largest dairies.
Largest dairy numbers.
Yeah.
Kind of all across. I mean, the guys that weren't good at it, they're all gone now. You're left with my generation, and we're the bullheads of it all.
Oh, and I think it's great that New Mexico has the climate and the ability to have those herds and care for those herds in a good way because we have this unique climate.
Yeah, I mean, it's dry, it's arid. I mean, we've had a great spring with really good rain, as you can tell. You look at Clovis versus Roswell, it's a night and day difference, and thank the good Lord that we got that.
Yep.
So that's nice.
We were saying in the last podcast, we wish we could share the rain because it's pretty uneven throughout the state right now.
Yes.
Quite uneven. But it's such an important thing, and that's where resource management. I mean, you guys are waiting on rain in a lot of ways for the feed and for, and then too much rain makes the pens rough and all of that.
It's part of life.
Yeah. Too much rain is better than too much rain is the goal.
Yep.
What would you say is the biggest challenge you face in your operation?
Probably being able to get the right guys in the right positions to do the right job.
So staffing.
Staffing is really not an issue. I mean, you could hire 100 people in a week.
Okay.
But are they qualified?
Right. Okay.
Do they know anything?
Yeah.
Did they just leave Albertsons to come work for? Oh, you know what? These guys are paying more over here, but getting the good experienced guys and the guys that really want to work and care for the cows properly is a 24/7 operation.
Constantly training and working to make sure.
We have great outsourcings with, Zoetis and other companies that provide drugs, and they not only provide that, they provide hands-on training.
Oh, good.
Every quarter we go through milker training, outside guys training, hospital training, calf training, and they get a little certificate, and I keep them on file just in case we ever get asked, hey, is this guy qualified for that job? Yep, we got it right here.
Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting challenge. You think about the, waking up to cows, and then you've also got to wake up to people management.
Yeah. Somebody called and said, you have a human resources person working for you? It's like, you're talking to them.
Yeah.
I got to deal with everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's family business.
You don't go to bed and wake up and somebody take care of it for you.
Right.
It's you.
Yep. What do you think is your favorite part of the industry?
Ooh, I like the baby calves.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love my babies. And even with the beef on dairy cross calves, seeing those and really being able to look at, different health traits in between the two, because those Angus calves, they're just so stout and sturdy. Doctrine rate on them is probably 1.5%, 2% less than what it is on our Holsteins.
Okay. Yeah.
We have just as good as genetics in our Holsteins.
Yeah.
But there's just something about that beef on dairy
That's a good.
They're healthy.
Oh, that's great. I think that's a very easy way to see kind of fruits of your labor when a calf is born, right?
No, absolutely.
It's a very physical. You see that all that work and hope.
Especially whenever you get your first calf heifers coming in. You've been sitting on them for 2 years.
Yes.
Say, oh, that was 2 years ago.
Yes. Oh,
Especially when you get into. I got some specialty breeds, some show calves and stuff for the kids.
Oh, neat.
Being able to watch those come fresh and then take that calf and then watch it. And then, the kids wind up showing it, or if it works.
Yeah, that's neat.
Just something different.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, so when we, not to talk too much negative, but you have bad days or you have hard things, whether it be, not enough rain, whether it be people management, all of that. What makes you keep going? Why do you continue to do what you do, and even continue to raise dairy cattle, raise beef, and be a volunteer in the industry? Like, what makes you keep going?
I like it.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's been just built into us. I mean, my granddad started back in early 50s, and it just kept on going.
Yeah.
And we're fortunate enough that we were able to keep on going.
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of times we say it's just kind of born in you.
Yeah. Well, and you get some of those guys that, they were born into it, and then their dad made them work too much, or, then they just lost all interest.
Yeah.
When you get pressured into a position.
Luckily, you
A
haven't.
lot of people run away from it.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a big problem of getting people to stay at the farm, right?
Well, just agriculture in general. I don't care if you're a row crop farmer, a cotton farmer, a beef guy, a pig guy, a sheep guy, a goat guy.
Yep.
If you're overpressured, you can just kind of step out and go, I'm going to go to college instead.
Right.
And never come back.
Yeah. That's a big deal, and that's one of the things that a lot of the universities and youth organizations talk about, training for careers, but that career could be owning your own farm or coming back to the family farm or family ranch or family operation.
I mean, you look at the dynamics of a farmer anymore, it's absurd. The age gap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you know what it is.
Well, I know that New Mexico has the oldest average age of farmers or all agricultural producers. We have, of all the nation, we have the highest ages.
And I think if you're to look at the dairy producer side, you probably have the youngest group in New Mexico now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, looking at your leadership and all of that makes a lot of sense. I think there has to be a change at some point and hope that there's a next generation to take over. And
Exactly.
you just hope for that. Is there anything else you'd like to add about your operation or the beef industry or dairy industries?
Keep drinking your milk and keep eating your beef. That's about all we could ask for. I mean, there's a lot of cool options, like even our meeting this morning, we have 11 new countries that are wanting U.S. milk.
Oh, yeah.
Indonesia being one of them.
Okay.
The number one dairy consuming country in the world wants our milk.
Right.
They don't want New Zealand's. They don't want Europe's. They want American milk.
Okay.
So we have to, I think there's 11 different countries that were looking for it.
Yeah. Well, that's good news for a destination for the milk because we're really good at producing it.
We're too good at it.
Right. Right. I think that was said.
I think I said that last night.
Yes.
So
yes.
What's your guys' biggest downfall? Is like, you know what, we can make milk when we want to.
Right. Right. Well,
we can't add more animals, but we can definitely use technology to help us make more milk more efficiently.
Yeah, absolutely. The more we learn about cow care and all of it and genetics and everything. So, well, I think that's perfect. So now kind of my favorite question and the last question to wrap it up. What's your favorite way to eat beef or maybe a favorite recipe?
Ooh, I'm a fillet guy.
Okay.
Love a good fillet.
There you go. And what temperature?
Oh, 125.
Oh, there you go. Oh, specific, right? I was thinking like
it
medium,
down
medium
there.
rare. What you say? No,
I
just
like it
125. All right.
On the smoker, hot as you can get it. Finish it off in a cast iron with a little butter. You get the best of both worlds right there.
Delicious, delicious beef and dairy or dairy on beef on that one.
Yeah, there you
There you go. Perfect. Well, thank you for what you do for these organizations. Thank you for what you do to put healthy milk on the shelf and beef on our plates. And thanks for joining the podcast.
Absolutely.
Behind the Burger is a podcast produced by the New Mexico Beef Council with the goal of telling the stories of the cattlemen and cattlewomen of the New Mexico beef industry. Thank you for joining us for today's episode. If you would like more information, please visit nmbeef.com. Whether it be a burger, a steak, or another beef dish, we hope you are enjoying beef at your next meal.